Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Mod Monday, Car Factory, Atlantis, and Wooden Village. Right, of course, as always, disclaimer, this is not promotion or anything like that. This is just what caught my eye and the mods that I will be using myself, and they are really nice ones. There's amazing mods in the last week that were released, especially maps. Please go and check all of them out. We have a really amazing community. Right, panel houses 12 by Robs074, prefab blocks of flats housing 50 workers based on a real building in Lublin, Poland. Quality of flats 90%. Right, so we have apartment buildings. They are absolutely beautiful. This is definitely my favorite mod. I love these. And of course, Robs did us a favor and created these medium-sized buildings. These are my favorite ones. I don't like too big, I don't like too small. This is absolutely perfect. And they're replicas of the real buildings. You can see here capacity of all of them is 50 people, and of course they have different skins if you want to adjust them to have a nice neighborhoods, different ones. Anyway, how much do they cost? We can go to mod section all the way in the back. I'm just gonna click the hell out of this button until we get to all the mods in the back. Right, and we have here 8,000, 9,000, this one be 10,000 and 11,500. I can tell you straight away that these biggest buildings in vanilla game, they cost up to 20,000, but they have just under 200 capacity. We'll compare it right here. So this is 50 capacity of 50 people. That will be under medium-sized buildings. We have a couple of medium-sized, let's see the smaller ones. Here we go, 5,000. So it's twice as expensive as the vanilla buildings with a similar capacity. So the price is quite realistic. Definitely thumbs up. It's not a cheating mod whatsoever. Classic Robs. Jason Curtis and Log Houses Part 1. There's a description in Russian, in Cyrillic, but I'm gonna read the English one. Collection of log houses with capacity 5, 7, and 10 residents created in Buildings Editor. To work correctly, you need to subscribe to additional content. All that content is linked in the link in the description and on the side of the on the side of the mod in Steam. Right, so these are the houses that we have here. You can see some of them have 7 people, 5, 7. Where are the bigger ones? I'm looking. Here we go. This is a 10 people building. This is the biggest building we have. They're really beautiful. I'm actually making something that I will make use of this. I'm making world building series, and I'm gonna be using these wooden houses. This is one of the reasons why I have a lot of these old classic houses, wooden ones. How do they compare price wise? Like we discussed, they are made of wood. They have up to 10 people capacity. There's only one building, I believe, a similar capacity. That would be flat bricks. It's 4,000. It is a little bit on the pricier side, this one. So I would say that these buildings with 3,000, they are quite realistic in price. Now, if you want more details about this, you have a link in the description of the video, so check it out. Log Churches by Jason Curtis. Again, Orthodox churches made of wood, capacity 50, 70, and 100 visitors created in the building. Yada. You need some additional mods for textures. Anyway, 3 churches. We have the 50, 70, and 100 worshippers capacity. They are really amazing. I was recently watching a documentary with some of these old churches, and they're really cool. This is something, if you want to build your own world, definitely must have mod. How does it compare? It doesn't. We don't have churches in vanilla, so definitely something that is extraordinary. Abelyan Hike and 16th floor prefab building. This is another Armenian 16th floor building. Prefab residential building houses 270 workers and provides 84% living quality. These buildings were built mostly in Yerevan. There are also 2 buildings in town, Abovyan 2 more buildings were built. Okay, there's a lot of buildings. Leninakan. But they were destroyed in 1988 earthquake. During the last years, non-finished buildings because of the Soviet Union collapse in Yerevan were fully built. Right, so this is a classic. We have several different models similar to this as well. I kind of like this because it's kind of unorthodox. So you have the angled balconies. It's not fully like just square boxes. It's actually has some kind of design to it, some kind of, obviously. Monkey here doesn't appreciate that. Oolykee doesn't appreciate the design of the buildings. Anyway, it's a really, really beautiful model. But how much does it cost? So if we go all the way to our, all the way in the back to our, we can see through here. That will be under big buildings, and the last one we have here is 16-story prefab building. 270 cost 21,000 rubles. How does it compare to vanilla one? Vanilla ones we have 16, 17, 11. Those are the most expensive ones we have, so they would be a little bit more expensive than vanilla ones, but they have 50% more capacity, more or less. So it's realistic. It's quite realistic price wise. School 70s by Robs 074. School from 70s based on a real building in Lublin, Poland. Employs 30 workers with basic education and 30 teachers. Educates 360 pupils. The pack also includes school gym attached to the school, which works as a sports facility. Employs 5 workers, serves 50 citizens. Right, this is exactly what I like about Robs' mods, and that he's using realistic mods from real life, is that, that these sports facilities were always accommodated right next to the schools where I live as well. So we have a pack of building, that will be the school over here, and then we have a gymnasium, you know, basketball, handball courts, whatever little kids were using as physical education. Right, how does it cost? How much does it cost? We're gonna check both of the buildings. We have the school is 25,000 and the gym is 8.5. Let's see how does it compare to with vanilla. We have indoor pools that would be similar to gym. That would be a little bit more expensive, twice the price in fact, but it does have double the capacity or half of the capacity of vanilla one. What about the school? If we go and check out the education section, we have a school is 12,000. This one is definitely more expensive, so quite realistic prices. Classic Robs. Vehicle assembly line, 1930s vehicle assembly line by Comrade Joe. Road vehicle assembly line inspired by famous Krakow and Stalingrad tractor works built in the 1930s. The model and texturing are not very detailed, as both historical buildings were destroyed in World War II, and I had only a couple of photographs and drawings to work with. It's also likely that I missed important sections. Buildings that were part of the whole assembly line employs 1,000 workers and 100 engineers. Right, beautiful model, of course. As you can see, this is brick factory, and it's quite expensive. I'm gonna give you a heads up straight away. It's it's more than twice the price of the vanilla one. Oh, twice the price of vanilla one. So we have vehicle production line here. This is vanilla, 250,000 rubles, as you can see here. And then we have Comrade Joe's here, 500,000 factory here. So 500,000 rubles would cost you, so twice the amount of vanilla one. Now, just not a suggestion, just observation. The vehicle factory is almost twice as big surface-wise, but the amount of buildings in vanilla one, they look like there's more construction in vanilla one. So even if this factory was cheaper than vanilla, I would consider it to be realistic, because vanilla one has these prefab panels, I believe, walls made of prefab panels, and the buildings are much denser than they are here. So definitely not cheaty mode over here. But anyway, link in the description of the video for more details. Hall of Justice by Novo, a modern courthouse for sentencing criminals, employs 50 legal experts and 100 bailiffs, okay. Added court visitors entrance under tourism. Yes, this is a court. No, it's not. This is just visitors entrance. Unfortunately, you will go. You can go and check out where the building is in a link in the description. Unfortunately, we cannot build this building. We still don't have even a building section here for law and justice. Let me just real quickly check. Yeah, we have it over here. But unfortunately, we cannot construct this building. the Novu rushed it a little bit, but I still wanted to include it here. As you can see here, we have two different buildings. We cannot, you need to select, we need to enable crime and justice when starting a new game, this feature to be enabled. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it. We do have this side entrance. Novu has a tendency to make these visit test centers for tourists, which are really cool. You know, you have for brewery, for military base, whatever. You know, these tourist entrances as a tourist attractions. It's really cool. Unfortunately, we only were able to build this one because this one is still blocked. We can't even see how the building looks like. You can see it in the link in description of the video. You have the buildings in screenshots there, but I still wanted to include it in this Let's Play, so unfortunately we're only gonna have this one here. If I go to the, I believe it's here, crime and justice enabled, unfortunately it's not available right now, so we cannot, I cannot show you the building. Anyway, link in description of the video, you have more details there. Atomic Cake and OURTLANTIS, OURTLANTIS. English, it's our honor to present to you with what's left of the great city of Atlantis. Nothing is left. Our great communist scientists found the location, but not a single mark of a man-made building is found. What happened here? Did they just leave or something? There's a whole story about this map. There's a whole story about this map. You're gonna have to go and read it. I will just demonstrate what it is. It's a cool map. It's a really cool map. It has a unique features of Atlantis, rings of Atlantis. I'm a fan of myth or legend or history of Atlantis, so I'm gonna have to say that this is why I enjoy reviewing this map. Now, map has, of course, as legend goes, concentric circles around it, like Atlantis had, and Atlantis was connected, I think, sea from the south side. On the north side there were mountains, but this is good enough recreation of old Atlantis. Now, if you want to build something like that, you can now. Let's see the resources. You have plentiful coal on the north and western rings. Iron is quite close. You have here in the center, you have a nice iron deposits. Oil would be on the outskirts. Let's check this outskirts. I didn't even see this. Oh, wow. This is gonna be a little bit tricky to exploit. Right. But you have oil elsewhere as well. And then we have uranium. Uranium is in the center of the map, and bauxite, you can see 4 deposits of bauxite. Quite cool. You have a lot of stuff that you can build here. You have this concentric. Is it? No, it's not Pillars of Hercules, or what's it called? No, this is just part of Atlantis of the map. There's a thing that the old Greeks called the Pillars of Hercules, but that was the entrance to the Mediterranean Sea. Anyway, a really cool map. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing Let's Plays on it, but I will definitely give it a go here. Right, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to say go and check out our beautiful little community with all the mods that were released in the last 7 days. You have a link in the description to 8 mods that I selected for this Mod Monday. Check them out as well. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it, and if you want to support the channel, you have the description of the video. Happy Monday, guys, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.